Welcome to Beginning High once more. Today we will be, as the objective states, by the end of this lesson, you'll understand how to use a simple present tense to talk about routine actions, permanent situations, and general truth. So, what's routine actions? Routine actions are or things that happen regularly. General truth or things that are always true, and permanent situations or things that do not change. So let's take a deeper dive into routine actions, things that happen regularly. Here are some sentences, some examples. The woman eats lunch every day. The woman eats lunch every day, something that happens regularly. The boy watches TV every evening. Happens regularly. Not recommended, but that's what happens. Let's move on to look at the simple present expressing general truth. Example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. That happens wherever you are. In Jamaica, in Mexico, in Singapore, that is always the case. It's a general truth. Another one, the earth orbits the sun. That's always the case. The earth orbits the sun, and we are glad that happens because if that should ever stop, then all of us on this planet would be in big trouble. Then the third situation, the third treatment of the simple present, permanent situations or things that do not change. The first one is a little bit suspect. He works at a hospital. That can change. But for the time, let's keep it at that. He works at a hospital. Here's a better example. He is from Jamaican. He is from Jamaica. That will never change. You are from Mexico. That will never change. You are from Singapore. That will never change. You are from the United States. That will never change. All right. So let's move on to look more closely at the structure of the simple present tense. There are two kinds of simple present tense sentences. We have the affirmative and we have the negative. An example of the affirmative, he plays basketball. The negative, he doesn't play basketball. So that's it. But for the purpose of this lesson, we will look only at the affirmative today. We will come back later and look at the negative sentences. So, what is the structure of the affirmative? It's the subject plus the base verb. The subject plus the base verb. And some examples. Number one, they run in the park. The subject, they. They, and then the verb run, the base verb run. They run in the park. Another example, she plays tennis on Sunday. She plays tennis on Sunday. Now notice something, that the base verb play now has that s added because the subject, and we will talk about it later on, the subject is now singular third person. So she plays tennis. Some other examples, he paints the house. He paints the house. Again, paint is your base verb, paint. That s added because again the subject is the simple is a singular third person. And note, he, she, or it, third person singular. When that is the case, we will add s or es to the base verb. So example, she which is third person singular, plays baseball. Next example, she studies English. She studies English. Note for the word study, study. We drop the Y and add an I and then ES. And we will talk about that further because that is a little bit outside the scope of this lesson. Next example, it rains a lot. It, singular third person, it rains a lot. It rains a lot. Another example, the affirmative sentence. He teaches math. He, singular, teaches, ES, math. So at this point, we will continue to look at this and to give you some examples, some more practices to strengthen your understanding of this concept. But for today, what we did, we looked at three kinds of simple present sentences. We looked at the affirmative present, simple present tense sentences, and we will continue with this lesson with some further examples and practices. So I hope you have a better idea of this and that you will take the time to watch the videos that further explain and give you practice in this